welcome back to Rated Z TV. My name is Xeara, and there's no coincidence that you're watching me. You should actually thank yourself, thank your higher self for guiding you to this video. Ooh, so I'm back in my spot. Let's see. That's not too bad. All right, we're gonna keep this one. Alright, so today's video, we will be talking about shame, expectations, and self-validation. Now, let's get into expectations first, because expectations is a very dangerous thing. It could have you living a life that is not even yours. It can have you being a type of way that is not authentic to your being, your authentic being. You could have expectations from your family. Maybe they want you to go down a certain career path, or maybe they want you to do things a certain way, or do life a certain way, go do the steps of life a certain way. Maybe they want you to achieve certain things that they weren't able to achieve in their life, so they're putting those expectations and those goals and ambitions upon you, and now you feel like, well, damn, now I have to do these things, because if I don't, I'm gonna disappoint my parents, which a lot of the youth goes through that, you know. You could also feel an expectation to be a certain type of way due to social media. Like, oh, I have to have bundles down to my butt. I have to have my nails super duper long. I have to be on fleek, like, or else I'm not gonna get no likes, because that's what's trending right now, you know. I have to say bing bong because that's what's trending right now, and you know, so on and so forth. Expectations, even though that may not be authentic to your being. You may feel like you have to do these things in order to please other people, in order to fit in. People pleasing, your family, your friends, or your friend group, or a social society that you want to be down with. Like, man, expectations. Now, expectations can lead to shame, shaming your authentic self, shaming who you are. Now you feel shame to be who you truly are, because you're expected to be like this, when in reality you're like this, which is nothing wrong with either or, but that's just not you. This is you. So now you're ashamed of being yourself. Now you're hiding yourself. That's the problem with expectations. That's when things get, you know, chaotic, and it gets dangerous and detrimental to your well-being, because shame can cause you to go into a deep depression. Shame could actually have you not liking yourself, wanting to harm yourself, because you are authentically, naturally not like this, and you're like this, and people make it seem like, well, because you're not like this, something's wrong with you, or because you're not like this, you're not cool, you're not dope, you're not fly. And that's not the case, boo. That is not the case. Now, I'm speaking from experience too, because I've just, you know, and I'm still coming out of it. I won't even say, like, you know, I'm fully out of it. But for a while, I was ashamed of myself. I was very, very shameful of myself, and I hid a huge secret from my loved ones, which I'm about to tell ya. So I'm expecting a baby boy. I'm pregnant, and I was very ashamed to tell my family, because I know that this is not what they expected from me. Shoot, I didn't even expect it from me. You know, this was not my life plan, you know. But when life gives you lemons and blessings, what you finna do? All right? This is a gift of life. A gift of life, and I'm so grateful and thankful, and I love my child, my unborn child, but I was just so ashamed to share this news with my loved one, because I knew that they expected me to be an entrepreneur traveling the world and not having no kids till God knows when. I don't think we ever really talked about that. I feel like my family expected me to be the financial savior of the family, and just, you know, take everybody under the wing, and, you know, financial freedom, which is still the plan. That's still the goals. But, you know, life, God has given me this detour, this blessing, and I'm here to roll with it. Life doesn't go as planned, especially not your plan, all right? Life got its own plan for you, and we got to roll with it, and we got to take the cards that we are dealt, and we got to be grateful because everything is happening for us, not against us. So, like I said, I'm coming out of that shame. I'm coming out of that shame because I'm grateful and I'm thankful for this blessing of life that I'm carrying. This transition in my life, I'm so thankful. Like, I'm so happy to be able to have a loving family and be starting a family of my own with someone that I love. That is a blessing. And for a while, it took me a while to realize, not even realize that. I've always realized that, but I felt like I couldn't share that. I couldn't share that blessing and that happiness with the people that I hold dear to my heart because they wouldn't feel the same about how I felt about it. And it made me not want to share anything with them. It made me keep it a secret. It made me feel shameful. And it was tough. It's tough because I love my family, you know, and for me not being able to share something so large with them, it stressed me out. It made me depressed. You know, I stayed inside a lot. I didn't go out a lot. I didn't take any pictures. I wasn't making no YouTube videos because I didn't want to come on here and talk about my pregnancy. And one of my family members watched the video and they like, what? You know, they don't even know what's going on. They don't even know. I felt sad. I felt sad that I had to keep that away from them. So once I had to, you know, get real with myself and just be honest and authentic with myself. This is my life. This is how I'm living. These are the cards that I'm dealt with, and I'm proud. I'm proud to be living the life that I'm living. Nobody else can live it but me. So here I am. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And, you know, even up until maybe this week, I finally told the rest of my family that, you know, we're all expecting a little miracle. Like, this is not just a life that I'm bringing in the world just for myself and my partner. Like, this child will bless our whole family. It's not just about me. I don't want to keep this a secret. This is something that I want to share with all of you guys, and I want you all to be a part of it. And I kid you not, when I tell you my family members had such positive reactions, I was not expecting that. I flabbergasted. It brought me to tears over the phone talking to them because they're like, yo, that's amazing. Like, I support you. What's your plan? And I'm just like, whole time I'm thinking they're gonna be disappointed. Whole time I'm thinking they're gonna be upset. They're not gonna fuck with me anymore. And that's where shame gets you. Shame makes you feel fearful of, and you start concocting these stories and these scripts in your head about what you think is gonna happen, and that's probably not the case. It's probably not even the case, you know? I had to apologize to my family members, like, yo, I'm so sorry that I thought so little of you, that I thought that you would shun me for this blessing, for this life decision that I made, and I didn't give you the benefit of the doubt to have your own reaction. I didn't even allow you the time and the space to react. I just assumed that you would be disappointed in me because you had other expectations from my life, so I didn't even share my news with you. I didn't share it sooner. And they were also understanding too. They were like, listen, I totally understand. Like, we totally get it. Like, it's something sacred that you want to keep to yourself until you're ready to share. And when I tell you, I felt like a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. Like, I could not even believe it. Now, let me tell you, what compelled me to tell my family in the first place and really just rip the Band-Aid off, just bite the bullet, because I kept having dreams. Spirit kept sending me dreams that I already told my family, and they was cool with it. And I'm like, yo, I keep having reoccurring dreams with different family members, especially the family members that I really wanted to tell. And I'm like, they don't even know, but the dream feels so real, like they know. And I kid you not, I woke up one morning, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Whether they react positively, negatively, whatever, I'm just gonna do it because I want them to know. I was actively avoiding my family members, not picking up any phone calls. Thanksgiving came and went. I didn't reach out to anybody. I didn't go anywhere for Thanksgiving. I was just at home by myself. Like, and I was just like, dag, is it gonna always be like this? Like, what happens when the baby shower comes? What happens when I give birth? Like, when am I gonna tell them? When am I gonna really tell them? So, man, I did it. And it felt amazing. And the fear, false evidence appearing real, it just busted out. Like, I just bust through that door of fear, and it just unlocked so much love. It unlocked so much love and support that in these times I really need, and I so appreciate. And all the shame that I was feeling about, my life not going as planned and not achieving certain goals in a time frame that I had planned, and taking detours and certain things not working out, all the shame that I was feeling about my situation, it kind of just, it relieved so much of it. So much. And it's so crazy. Let me tell you this. It's so crazy because after I told my family members, when I tell you blessings have been lining up, the things that I've been praying about, like actively praying daily, like, Spirit, help me with this, align this, like, help me heal this. Things have been aligning. People have been contacting me that I have not spoken to, or situations that have been bothering me from the past. They've been contacting me, reaching out, letting me know, like, yo, that happened so long ago, like, let's just nip that in the bud. Like, things that I've been wanting to manifest, people have been coming in to help me put it together, and I'm just like, wow. I feel like that shame and that fear put a blockage in my manifestations because it was something not right. I wasn't aligned on the inside. My energy wasn't right. It was too much fear. It was too much shame. It was, so how was I supposed to be able to attract all these beautiful things that I'm desiring when my energy on the inside is not like that? On the inside, I'm feeling fear and I'm feeling shameful. Why would I be able to attract love and abundance and prosperity and healing energy and support? It just don't make sense. It don't make sense. I wasn't a magnet for that. As soon as I released that shame and that fear, it's been aligning so beautifully, and I'm so thankful. I'm really thankful, and I really had to come out here. I'm sad I came out so late because the sun is going down and I'm tired. I should have came out earlier, but I had stuff to do. But I had to just come out here and just share that. I had to share that because it's not the first time that I felt shameful in my life. This is not the first time. This is just what I'm going through currently. But it's not the first time that I felt shameful in my life for being authentic, for something that was just me. It was just me. It's not the first time that I felt shame. It's not the first time that I felt like if I wasn't living up to someone else's expectations, I was going to disappoint them and I wanted to people please. It's not the first time, and we all go through it. So I just wanted to come on here and let y'all know, like, you don't have to feel that way. You don't have to feel that way. People who truly love you, even people will have expectations for you. It's not that they don't love you or whatever the case. Our loved ones they want to see us do better than what they have done for themselves. They just want better for our lives. So they feel like, okay, if you live your life like this, you'll be happy, because if I lived my life like that, I would have been happy, vice versa. So, they have these expectations like, well, if you dedicate your whole life and become a doctor, then boom, your life will be set. The whole family will be set. And it's like, when you come out to your family, you're like, listen, I don't want to be a doctor. I want to be a world famous piano player. And they're like, no. And the initial shock, it's always going to hit the initial shock. It might seem negative, but it's basically like you crushing their dreams for you. They have a dream for you because they didn't go out to live that dream for themselves. So now they want you to take on this dream that they didn't get to live. I don't know why. I don't know why. You know, matter of fact, I don't know why, but I can kind of sympathize and have empathy and compassion and try to understand why. Like, you know, our loved ones, especially our elders, our ancestors, they've made a lot of sacrifices for us to even be able to dream and go chase our dreams. They've had dreams. They've had dreams, but in their situation, they may not have been able to go chase their dreams because maybe they had to take care of you, or maybe they had to handle something, or, you know, things happen, life happens. So sometimes when they're not able to live that dream, they want to almost like pass it down to you, where it's like, well, this is what I wanted to do when I was your age, so here, I want you to do it for the both of us. And it's like, that's beautiful, that's cool, but that's not what I want to do in my life. Is that okay with you? Like, is that cool? Like, this is my life, like, I want to live it how I'm supposed to live it for me. Like, and the initial shock is the initial shock. I'll just leave it at that. But I will tell you that if they really love you, they will come around and they will accept your decisions, your life decisions, because ultimately it's about your happiness and it's your journey, it's your life at the end of the day. So that's just that on that. So next, I want to jump into self-validation, because with all these expectations and these expectations that may be upon you, it may cause you to want to, well, not just from family too, we talked about social media, but when you are looking outside yourself for validation, when you are looking outside yourself, I just said that right, boom. When you're looking outside yourself for validation, that can get really dangerous, because now it's like you have to, you're depending on someone else or other people to let you know that how you're being, your authentic self, is okay, it's worthy. That is dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Like, because if the person outside of you tells you, yo, what you're doing is not okay, how you're living is not okay, what you supposed to do? You gonna change how you living? You gonna change how you are? Because they said it's not okay? Who are they? God? God said what you was doing is okay. I mean, you know, if inside within, it feels right to your authentic being, it feels good, you know that it's not harming anybody, it puts you at peace, you're at peace with yourself, with how you're living and how you're being, then whose validation do you need? Whose validation do you really need, honestly? But, oh man, it's tough. It's tough because the day and age that we live in with social media, yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. The clouds are pink. It's like pink. Let me see if I can show y'all real quick. The clouds are pink and it's like really beautiful. It's really beautiful. But yeah, the day and age that we're in with social media, everybody's looking for validation on the gram, on TikTok, on Twitter. I don't even be on Twitter. I don't even know how that work out. Or Facebook, whatever the case. So it's like, oh, if I don't get 1,000 likes on this picture or this post or whatever, then I'm not valid. You let Instagram validate how you're being. Are you worthy enough? Are you worthy just because you got a certain amount of likes or you got a certain amount of hearts, thumbs up? Like, that should not matter. But this is the day and age that we're in, so you really have to be honest with yourself and have that self-validation locked in, where even if you did post a picture, it didn't get no likes, you know you still the bomb, you still the shit, because that's just you are God's creation and he don't make no mistakes, she don't make no mistakes, and that's on period. Okay, so it gets tough because it goes back into the expectations, where social media has a certain expectation and a beauty standard of how you're supposed to look, and if you don't look like that, then you're not valid, you're not validated. So if you post a picture looking the total opposite, and that's just you being your authentic self, do you feel less than? Honestly, you don't gotta listen. You ain't gotta lie to me. Do you feel less than? I keep it a buck with you. It's certain pictures that I posted and it got a little bit of likes, and I feel like, should I take it down? But for what? For what though? Thanks, Lexi. So it's really tough, but you know, technology is only gonna get more advanced. It's gonna be booming. The metaverse is coming into play, and that's gonna be weird. But we're not gonna get into the metaverse in this video, but that's gonna be really weird. Okay, that's gonna be weird. But listen, man, you gotta have self-validation on lock, where you don't need to look for validation or approval from anyone else outside yourself. That has to be on lock. Ching ching lock. Okay, because people's true colors are gonna have to show. They're gonna have to show eventually. Like, we can't keep putting on this facade online of pretending to be a certain way in order to fit in order to get this validation from social media. That even celebrities can't even uphold it for too long. People's getting canceled left and right because people are searching for realness. They're searching for truth and authenticity. Like, it's coming to a point where it's like, if we can't connect, like, we could talk easily. You know, anybody could open their mouth and formulate sentences. But if we're not connected on a soul level, if I can't feel that you're being real with me, it's just clipped. There's no connection here. It doesn't make sense for us to continue this relationship or connection, whatever. It don't make sense. It's not doing nothing for me. I don't feel like you're being honest. Like, forget being honest with me. You're not even being honest with yourself. And that is felt. It is felt, okay? You can feel when somebody's bullshitting you. You can feel when somebody's hiding something. And it's like, listen, you don't got to pour out all your secrets to me, but, you know, at least keep it a buck. Like, keep it a buck with yourself. I don't have, like, who am I to judge? I got my own shit going on. Like, you know? But anyway, back into the self-validation. You just gotta be on lock with that, because when the curtains get pulled back and people's true colors start to show, like how these celebrities' true colors be showing, how some of these influencers' true colors be showing after they've been putting on this show, this facade, they done got famous over this personality that they concocted in the lab, and they just been putting on this mask and showing up on these videos like, hi, when the curtains get pulled back and people see who they really are, now it's like, you're a fraud. You're a fraud. It wasn't real. It didn't resonate. And who are you? Who are you now? What do you have now? What do you have now? You keep looking to get back in the spotlight, and you're just not trustworthy. People, you're looking to get back in the spotlight so people can validate your existence and your being, and it's just sad. It's just sad. I tell you that. It's just sad when people are actively, and I don't know if you've seen it in person, but when people are actively out, you know, seeking validation from you, and they're like, oh, should I do this, or should I do this, should I wear this, should I do my hair like this, like, do I look like this, or can you think I could pull this off? Like, girl, put it on and pull it off. That's how you pull it off. But wear it and rock it. That's how you wear it. That's how you do it, period. Like, you don't need anybody's approval to be you and do you. You don't. You never did. You got God's approval to be alive today. That's all you need. That's all you need to do you. So the sun is setting. New York is so trash. The sun be going down at like 5 p.m. Like, I'm just ready to leave this state, but we're not gonna get into that. So the sun is setting, so I'm gonna wrap this video up. If you tuned in, I appreciate you, and we'll be back on another episode real soon. I'm holding myself accountable to get back on YouTube and make these videos because I got a lot to say, and I'm not ashamed of my truth anymore. So I will be spilling the tea on everything. So that's just down on that. Love and light and everything that you guys do. Until next time, I will see you soon.